Hello. Today we're going to go over what is the maximum you should pay for a gaming PC depending on the resolution you want to play, depending on how many monitors you're going to have, depending on the graphics you want to play at. And so this basically video is going to explain the top price that you should pay for your rig, if depending on what you're looking for. And the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of people go out and buy like expensive parts, and they for like something like 1080p. Like I knew this one guy, he bought like 4 Titan GTXs Titan XPs, and he was playing 2 monitors at 1080p. I have 1080 Ti and I have 2 1080p monitors, and they run perfectly fine. It's just that was really funny because it wasn't too funny for him because it was just basically a waste of money. Now if you wanted to upgrade, that's a different story, but that's something you should plan out ahead of time, especially when you're picking out parts for the computer. So anyway, enough of me talking, let's get into this. So first of all, how much should you actually spend on a gaming PC? As I said, it kind of depends on the resolution, monitors, quality, all that kind of stuff. So let's start with 720p. So 720p, if you want to play at high settings, I suggest you probably spend around $400 to $450, and probably not anything more than that. If you want to buy 100% all brand new parts, used parts, you could probably get it for around $250. But as I said, I made a video on this as well, that sometimes used parts don't last as long, things like that. So just make sure you're careful if you're going to go follow that route. Now if you want to play at absolute high settings for 720p, I'd probably say you bump up your budget to around $500. That is like the top limit, so nothing more than $500 for 720p. So next is 1080p, and this is what most of the people on the planet play at. I know there's a large majority that are now getting into 4K. I don't see a use for it, but it's basically as I said, the most popular resolution. And if you want to play at absolute max settings, you probably should spend around $600. But if you want to do like high settings, it's probably going to be around $450 to $550. And also keep in mind, this is just something like a default rig. Like if you want to just be a single, all these rigs are just like single gamer like rigs. They don't do YouTube, anything like that, because if you do YouTube and stuff, you probably want to get a bigger hard drive, and you want to get an SSD, and want to get a bunch of other stuff that I'm not really including here. I'm just including if you got like if you were just a regular gamer that didn't do anything but game, then that would be what we're talking about here. As I said, an extra hard drive and things like that will cost a little bit more, so keep that in mind. Next we have 1440p. I don't do the numbers, sorry. Like they like 14, what is it, 1400? There you go, 14. Okay, that's just, that always confuses me. Anyway, but this is what people call 2K, and you probably should spend anywhere from 700 to 900 to be at high settings. And keep in mind that the last each rig before it could probably run it just be running at low settings, so just keep that in mind as well. But anywhere from $700 to $900 is what you're looking at, and if you want to be playing at high settings, and then probably in the thousands to 1,100 range if you want to play at 4K or at maximum settings, not 4K. 4K is the next one. And finally we have 4K, and once again 4K at low settings will probably be able to play on a 17 or maybe a $1,000 PC. But if you want to play at 4K 60 FPS at higher ultra settings, you're going to be looking around 1,200 to 1,000, I don't know, 600, 700 is what you're looking at. And then because the graphics card is obviously what you're investing money in. Like yes, you can get a really good fast processor, which is really needed for certain games. And then you can also get a really good graphics card, and that's like the main majority of things. And of course, don't neglect the RAM as well. But really, all it comes down to what you want out of your PC. And the best price to performance is a 780 or 1080p resolution, and spending around $600 for it. That will just be a build that will last a little bit and be able to play games at pretty decent quality. I also have included some different builds in the description that I'll be posting down there that you guys can check out each one for each kind of quality, etc., and see, you know, that's a generic build that will be able to run certain things. But anyway, thank you all for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, as I said, give it a thumbs up. Check out my channel for other cool tech related stuff, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.